Welcome back to a very frightening edition to Great Dane.
Ooh, scary.
It's scary, kids. It's a tarantula. It's 7:24. Welcome back to the program. All Wednesdays, about this time, we get a visit from the Blank Park Zoo to find out what is going on over at the zoo. The zoo is open year-round, and nowadays, Amy Wilson, people are gravitating toward things that are a little more on the scary side.
Yes, of course. I had to bring the tarantula today because we have our Night Eyes event coming up. So
yeah, it's awesome.
I guess I have to bring something that people think's creepy. I don't think she's creepy. She's pretty sweet. But Night Eyes is coming up, so we're excited and getting ready for that to happen.
Explain what Night Eyes is for people that may have just joined us and aren't familiar with Night Eyes.
Yeah, so it's a trick-or-treating experience for kids. We call it Merry Not Scary, so it's great for all ages. You trick-or-treat around the zoo, and you get to do one loop and kind of pick up candy as you go, and then at the end there's kind of a little fun zone where the kids get to plan some bounce houses and some different fun little things.
Oh, they're going to race little John Deere tractors underneath the, okay, that's cool.
And obviously there's still some animals out.
Yep, and the train's open, so there's kind of a fun little train route that's got all the
Those animals got out.
So there's lit up displays as you go through. It's kind of fun to come once it's dark out, but we are open during the daylight hours on the weekends as well.
Oh, rip that guy
Look
is,
at that guy.
Great costumes.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good times out there. So that's coming up really soon. So this is, you said that this creature is named Willow?
Yes, Willow, and she is a Chilean rose hair tarantula.
And obviously defanged. Do they actually do that, or do they just not? They just don't bite.
No, they just don't bite for the most part.
Okay.
For the most part.
Well,
For the most part.
I could never say never. I mean, she's got a mouth and she could use it if she wanted to.
Right.
I have never had a tarantula bite, so usually actually their first line of defense, all these fine hairs on her back segment there, she uses her back legs to flick those off.
Oh.
And it'll stick in you kind of like fiberglass or like a really fine cactus needle, and it kind of just itches and irritates. So that's what she's going to use first if she's irritated. And then, you know, if something's bothering her enough, she could bite. It's a venom in those fangs, and so it's similar, though, probably to a bee sting from what I hear.
They're not fatal usually, right? At all, no.
Most tarantulas that I know of, they are not.
Now, is this
fatal.
as big as Willow is going to get?
She can get a little bit bigger. She's still fairly young, only a couple years old, and so she can get a little bit bigger. Still.
And when they get bigger, they molt like some insects do, right? They get rid of the whole set of clothes there.
Yep. So everything doesn't grow with them; they molt.
And here's what happens when they molt. Here, we started the video here. This is a time lapse, so it looks a little.
Isn't that crazy?
They just kind of crawl out, right? They flip upside down and they crawl out from the middle. And what's left there is pretty much an exact replica. There's just a little flap on the underside that they come out of. And so
That is crazy.
when you come in one day, it just kind of looks like you have two tarantulas laying there.
So they get rid of the old exoskeleton and
Yep,
just
exactly.
pop out.
And how often
there.
does that happen? Do we know, or is
I'd say about, depending on the age, at this age, she's probably doing it about once a year.
Okay. Yeah, that's got to be unsettling.
As you say, is it because it's just a really, really, really big spider that has fangs that people are like,
Probably, yeah. You know, anything big with more legs than what we have tends to be scary. People have misconceptions. The movies always make them to look bigger and scarier than what they are, but she's a pretty good girl. So.
And what do you feed a tarantula at the zoo?
She just gets fed crickets.
Okay.
Yep, and they, similar to reptiles, they don't have to eat as often as what we do, so we really only feed her a couple times a week.
So I would imagine this is a cold-blooded animal?
Well, yeah.
So she probably doesn't mind being in your hand so much,
Right.
I imagine.
picks up the warmth of your hands?
Yep.
That's good.
Where does she hang out when she's not here at Great Day?
She's in our education department, so we have a building kind of behind the scenes that all those animals live in, and she has her own little habitat in that building.
Okay, all by herself? Is she lonely?
Yep, she's all by herself. Nope, they're solitary, so if we put another one in there, they would probably fight. So that would not end well.
This one's on tour all the time anyway, so
Yeah.
you never spend any time home or
Right,
having a chance to
exactly.
spend any time with the hubby. So
Willow is a big star.
there it is.
Yes.
All right, so Blank Park Zoo, as we mentioned, is open year-round.
Yes, and we just switched hours, so we are now open 10 to 4 instead of 9 to 5. So make sure you're paying attention to those hours when they change. They change in October 1st, so we just made that change. But Night Eyes will be a little bit different. Next Thursday and Friday, the zoo will be open only 5:30 to 8, and then it'll be open normal hours, and then close and reopen for Night Eyes. But then the Saturday, Sundays, it will only open at 1 o'clock, so 1 to 8.
Got
The
it.
zoo will not be open before that 1 o'clock time.
Okay.
All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, Willow. Well, good job, Willow, getting us ready for Halloween. We appreciate that. And we will see you at the Blank Park Zoo. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.